Some of you have asked me to do a tour of my shack, walk around, so I can do that. This is where I hang out. Sometimes, mostly with the family. So we'll start at the top. That 10-band GE. When I was a kid, that would have been the coolest radio to find under the Christmas tree. Little GE AM FM with instant weather. My latest edition. Grundig Satellite 2100. Unbelievable sound. Just a beautiful, beautiful radio. It works phenomenal. My 1939 Sky Buddy. Fully restored. Works perfect. Couple vintage Radioshack shortwave portables. Some Radioshack, what they call the micro pocket AM FM radios. Another standard AM FM radio. And then this Sony IC11. I had never heard of this radio until I found this one on eBay. So I picked it up and it's mint condition. Works phenomenal. It really is a beautiful sounding radio. Even have the leather case for it. And down below is, of course, everyone has seen this on YouTube. Satellite 3400. Fully restored. I didn't send this to Ohio. I was afraid to ship it, so I drove it to Ohio and had my engineer fully restore it and reline it. And then I drove back to Ohio to pick it up and bring it home sitting on the car seat in front of me. Another couple cool little Grundigs, little portables, the Traveler 2s. Neat little radios, work great. Of course, they got this little clock function hidden behind the panel. It's kind of neat. Little Galaxy Mesa 2200, not even close to mint condition, but it works pretty good. Another neat radio on it, and I put this one on YouTube also, just showing how to calibrate both the upper and lower dials. Radioshack Dx 200. And then my first multiband radio ever. I'm thinking about 1972 I got this under the Christmas tree. And my dad's multiband radio, last one he ever owned. Let's see. Here's my air filter system, my little Honeywell, which I have off right now for the video, but these things really do keep the dust down if you want to get one of these and just let it run in your office. Keeps the dust off the radios. A couple dual banders, the Yaesu VX2R, the ID51A that I use for D-Star. Unit end scanners, both of them the Home Patrol as they call them. Yep, that's me in front of Air Force One. Alright, first level, ICOM 8500, DC to daylight. This is my 7410. The ICOM 775 DSP. Kenwood 870. Beautiful radio. Love this radio. I think it's one of the best looking radios out there. And my first HF station that I ever had. A Yaesu 757 GX2 with a matching power supply, matching desk mic, matching auto antenna tuner. This is on YouTube also, showing how the auto tuner works. My bencher paddle, keypad entry for the Yaesu. Little netbook I use for my DVAP to get on D-Star. My ICOM 7300, 706 Mark II G, auto tuner for it, my 880 dual band mobile, which I have mounted in here, of course, for D-Star. Oh, this is kind of cool. I had these as a kid, saw it on eBay, picked another one up. The DX Edge, pretty neat. A Kenwood clock. The auto tuner that I use for the 775 meter TS590 and ICOM 746. This is my birthday present for myself that I bought for myself when I turned 50. And this FRG7 is mint and it works so well. Just amazing for something that's not digital. It's you know, early 80s, late 70s maybe. And it's just, what a beautiful radio. It really is fun to operate. It works perfect. Frequency's dead on. Matching speaker for it. And when I was still in high school, when I first got into shortwave radio, this was the radio that, if I could have, that's the one I'd want. But I could never afford it, so, well, obviously later in life I found this used one. And I got the remote control for it. My very first shortwave radio, Panasonic RF 2900. And then the famous 2010. SW77. And this one also has been on YouTube, my Grundig Satellite 700, and a little Texan 880. The other Panasonic RF B600 that's also on YouTube, and by the way, it's currently for sale. This radio also I sent to my engineer in Ohio, who completely restored this radio. Just replaced every capacitor and a couple transistors he upgraded to modern stuff. So it's really got a hot receive in it. And my collection of ICOM receivers. The R10, the R20, RX7, the R6, and the R3. And if I pan over, another radio that's been on eBay. Another little Eaton. This is kind of neat radio. Not something you want to tune around with. Doesn't really tune very well with the tuning knob. You probably be bestest to use the up-down controls, but pretty good receiver in it. And this is my dad's multiband radio when I was about 5 years old. And that, folks, is my shack.